How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm playing a two-stringed Albanian instrument called the Cifteli. If you want to break it down etymologically, that would be Çifte and Teli, which come from the Turkish language. Çifte meaning double or couple, Teli meaning string. Originally, I do believe this instrument was called Cifteli, but over time, language changed and degraded into a simpler form called Cifteli. So the official name in the Albanian language is Cifteli, spelled with a C with a little gay French thing on the bottom that you see in the French language. I've been learning this instrument for about a total of, I would say, 8 months. I actually discovered this instrument on the top of an altar in my grandmother's house. Long time ago, a long time ago, but I didn't even know what the hell it was, and there was only one string left, and this metal piece that's on this thing that you can see here was gone. So what I did is actually improvise by taking a piece of stick that I found outside and cutting it and sanding it down and cutting 2 little strips so that these strings can fit inside of it. And so my grandfather's instrument, which was actually made in Albania and made specifically for him, has been sitting in this on this altar, dusted for about 20-30 years, and no one's played it. The only thing that happened is that maybe my cousins, who didn't know anything about Albanian history, which I didn't know either when I was younger, would come and play around with it, broke the string, didn't care about it, left it sit in dust, and I was the only person who actually took interest into it. I would listen to the songs that my grandmother would listen to, would have her transliterate what it means, and the orthography of the English language, which I knew in the first place until I was 13, until I learned Albanian. And I tried to understand it as much as I could. And eventually, I became interested by finding these videos on the internet by other people playing the instrument, and listening to wedding music and the heroic songs that they play with this instrument. And basically it's my journey, listening to my grandmother's music and trying to understand the lyrics behind it. The lyrics were inspiring for me to actually learn the instrument, and that's basically, I don't know much besides the simple notes of how to, the fretting, the simple fretting of each song. Of course there are more complex string patterns and more complex fretting that I'm not familiar with, that only professionals know. I really wish that there are people out there that would please give more information on how to play this instrument. I know it's only 2 strings and it looks like a barbaric guitar, only any idiotic asshole can know how to play it. But this is cultural heritage right here. And if you'd please, someone out there give some sort of tutorial, some sort of video on how to play this, because this instrument has only been learned generation to generation, as they say in Albanian, brez pas brez. For people to learn how to use, they've only been learning brez pas brez, but just by teaching one another. And it's important to pass this cultural heritage down, because that's what but what my ancestors have been through. And it's a very important and interesting history, especially for the people like me, who were born not speaking Albanian, learned the Albanian language and learned the Albanian culture as they got older. Now I appreciate it much more. It'd be great for those who don't know their heritage, who are Albanian, to be able to see what this instrument is capable of doing. And in fact, it's actually changed my mentality, and it's changed my life. So, here we go. This is the Cifteli.